Hi and welcome back to another Computex video. We are now at the booth of Be Quiet. They have some very impressive new cases, Lightbase 600 and Lightbase 900. I was personally very impressed, especially from the Lightbase 600 that is rotated. Very impressive cases. Let's just run through them. Are you looking for an affordable but powerful dedicated server? Then check out the new Hetzner AX42, which is just right for you. With the AMD Ryzen 7 Pro 8700 GE octa-core CPU, 64GB DDR5 ECC memory, and two 512GB Gen 4 NVMe SSDs, it gives you solid performance. And all this starting at just 46 euros per month. Thanks to the hourly billing, you also only pay as long as you actually rent the server. And if you need more performance, you can easily expand the memory and also the disk space. Hetzner operates several hundred thousands of servers in its own high-tech data centers and is known for its extraordinary price-performance ratio, competent support, and innovative in-house server solutions. Click on the link in the description below and check out Hetzner and the new AX42 server. We're starting with the Lightbase 900. The Lightbase 900 is available in two different options, black and white. The unique thing about this case is that you can rotate it and this way invert it. And not like other cases where you have to change internals of the case, you can flip the case simply itself. So if we take a look at this part right here, this is where you can clip in the feet of the case. So you would remove the one that's in the bottom and you can put it on here and this way then flip the entire case, for example, by 180 degrees. Or if you want to flip it on the side, you can remove these tiny rubber pieces, add the feet to the side right here, and then turn it by 90 degrees, which is my personal favorite. I think this looks brilliant. And especially if you think about maybe adding custom water cooling loop into this case, I think this would look really nice. It's available in different base configurations. The base configuration obviously comes without any kind of fans. It's the cheapest one. I think for the Lightbase 600, 139 MSRP, and for the Lightbase 900, 189 MSRP, that's without fans. And then there are different configurations with different types of fans, like the light wings on here. Also, the light wings that are mounted in this case, they are reverse blade. So even though it might look like the fans are pushing the air outward, it's actually intake because those are reverse blade fans. And on the Lightbase 600, this version right here, we also have the Lightwings LX fans. Also RGB fans, but it's a different way. The fan has RGB implemented. So the RGB LEDs are sitting very close to the center of the motor. So it's just different lighting effect. And then depending on what kind of fan configuration you want to buy with the case, if you want to have it with fans or without fans, they will come at a different pricing. But as I said, this starts at about 139, this one at about 189. This would be one of the feet, the same that is on the bottom of the case. And you can take that one, add it to the side of the case, rotate it, this way it's fixed, and thus allows to rotate the entire case. You could also do that on here and then also mount it on the top. So with these attachable and rotatable feet, this is probably the most convenient and quickest way to invert a case, because as I said before, you're not really inverting the case itself, you're not modifying anything on the case, but the detachable feet just allow to flip the entire case. This would be already the inverted version of the Lightbase 900. So already 180 degree flipped, and we can now flip it on the side just so you get a better impression of how it would look like. Because this is the small version, the Lightbase 600, this is the 900. Plenty of space, especially if you would like to go for custom water cooling. And again, very convenient if you want to flip it. And you could also flip it again by 90 degrees to go to the normal standard orientation, take off the feet from the top, and then it would look very sleek and elegant again. So yeah, interesting and very handy to use concept. Looking at the case from the back, you can also open this one for easier access. And there we have typical for Be Quiet, we have an RGB and fan controller hub on the bottom for 6 devices, and there is another one in the top for another 6 devices, so you can hook up to 12 RGB fans or RGB devices, whatever you have, and then control it over the button in front, synchronize it, have different RGB effects. Also, if you long press this button, you can synchronize it if you have it connected to the motherboard, but that's up to you. And also, very important, reset button. So not only power button, but also reset button if something goes wrong with your system. That is always at least important to me. One more thing, these are not only RGB strips that are glued behind the case wall or whatever, these are actual modules. They show it by the black one, the black version, pretty heavy. You can take it off. I'm not sure why you would want to take it off, but there you can see it's an actual RGB module that contains all the lighting zones and it's not just a simple RGB strip. And I have to say, this is something that looks absolutely nice. Yeah, respect to Be Quiet for this design. I think this is one of the best RGB designs I have seen recently or on the exhibition so far. Really big fan of this. In this Lightbase 600, I also spotted a new AIO from Be Quiet, which is the Light Loop. And I think the pump header looks really good. It's like, I'm not sure how to say it, opaque, partially transparent, but the lightning effect on the pump head looks very good. The Light Loop AIO you can also find here in a 240 and a 360 version, white and black. Both are equipped with the Lightwings LX fans from Be Quiet, the fans that have the light sitting in the center of the motor. I think looks pretty nice in combination with this pump head. And that was also our quick coverage from the Be Quiet booth. I think the first impression of the new 600 and 900 cases, very positive. And I might reach out to Be Quiet to get some of these to do maybe a build in them. Let me know what you think about those cases. And thanks again for tuning in. See you next time. Bye-bye.